This is the annual dragon slaying event of the Viking tribe. Faced with the blazing fire-breathing dinosaur, Shikapu unexpectedly dropped his dagger and even threw away his shield. The chieftain frowned, wondering if his son had a special trick. As the fire dragon approached, Shikapu slowly calmed it down, and to show his goodwill, he took off the iron helmet on his head. The fire dragon indeed sensed his peace. This scene shocked everyone, as they had fought against the evil dragons all their lives and had never seen the dragon clan so docile. The angry chieftain couldn't bear it any longer and struck the iron bars with an axe. The startled fire dragon instantly became furious, and its roar awakened the sleeping Toothless, who immediately rushed into the venue to rescue Shikapu. Although the Night Fury is not large in size, its aura is much stronger than the Fire Dragon, quickly scaring the opponent into the cage. The Vikings not only did not show gratitude, but also wanted to capture this black dragon alive. Unfortunately, they were no match for the Night Fury, and even the chief was easily knocked down by it. Just as it was about to breathe fire, Shikapu stopped its actions. All the strong men took the opportunity to capture the Night Fury together and tied it up with ropes. The chieftain knew his son had befriended the Night Fury, and the two had a big argument. He scolded his son for breaking the tribe's rules. Shikapu defended the dragons, saying they had no choice but to steal livestock, and told his father about visiting the dragon's lair. Now the chief had a new idea, which was to have the Night Fury lead the way and take all the elite of the tribe to attack the dragons. The Night Fury was tied to the ship as a compass. By evening, they finally arrived at the dragon's lair, and strangely, the dragon group did not attack, allowing the Vikings to dock smoothly. First, they set up a precautionary strategy nearby and assembled their proud catapult. Once everything was ready, the chieftain sounded the attack horn. The catapult made a big hole in the lair. The chieftain rushed in first, and using fireballs for illumination, discovered many dragons. Strangely, they did not harm the Vikings, but hurriedly fled the scene, seemingly frightened. While everyone was puzzled, the ground beneath them shook violently, and suddenly a massive horn emerged from the volcano, then broke through the mountain, revealing its appearance. This is the legendary Dragon Queen, the Red Death. Stones hitting her have no effect, and instead, the flames from her mouth instantly burn the docked ships to ashes. The stubborn chieftain still tries to fight back, launching a boulder at her, but the Red Death merely closes her eyes. Just as the queen is about to attack, a burst of flame comes over. It turns out Hiccup has led the dragon group here. The chieftain is stunned when he sees them, never having imagined in his life that dragons could be ridden like this. Hiccup and his friends work together, with some attracting the attention of the Red Death, while he goes to the ship to rescue Toothless. The Red Death flips the ship with one kick, and Toothless and Hiccup both fall into the sea. Hiccup is determined to save Toothless, but the next second, something grabs him. It turns out to be his strong father pulling him ashore, and then he jumps back into the water. It was thought that the chief would kill Toothless, but instead, he unlocks the chains, showing that the father has let go of his prejudice against dragons. Hiccup immediately jumped onto the dragon saddle, ready to leave, but his father spoke his true feelings. With his father's encouragement, Hiccup felt more confident, knowing the heavy responsibility on his shoulders. At this moment, Astrid was bitten on the dragon's tail by the Red Death. She immediately grabbed an axe and jumped onto its mouth, hacking at the fangs, unexpectedly breaking a decayed tooth. Seeing that the Red Death was about to breathe fire, Astrid quickly jumped down from between its teeth. In the nick of time, Toothless caught her, successfully moving her to the ground. Faced with a giant creature, humans were helpless. Hiccup thought that if he couldn't defeat it on the ground, he would lure it into the sky. The Red Death was quickly attracted by the Night Fury in front of it, and unexpectedly, despite its bulky size, it could still fly, chasing into the clouds in an instant. In the sky, the Night Fury took advantage of its nimbleness, quickly shooting several fireballs at the opponent. The furious Red Death spewed a large amount of fire, and the unprepared Toothless was burned and stabilized, immediately flying towards the ground with the Red Death in close pursuit. Suddenly, Toothless executed a surprise attack, shooting a fireball at its mouth, causing the Red Death, just about to breathe fire, to explode instantly. Its heavy weight prevented it from slowing down, and it crashed into the ground without resistance. After the explosion, its tail even hit Hiccup. As they fell, Yecha rushed into the sea of fire without hesitation. When the flames subsided, Yecha was found lying on the ground, and there was no sign of Shikapu. Everyone walked over in tears, and Yecha slowly opened its wings, revealing that Shikapu was protected inside. It had saved its son with its life. Waking up to find he had lost a leg, he opened the door to discover that his people had changed. They had become good friends with the dragon tribe, and the dragons were no longer thieves, but inseparable partners with humans. This movie is a live-action adaptation of an animation, with the characters and scenes almost perfectly recreated, giving the audience an immersive experience. Shikapu, once unrecognized by his father and seen as a troublesome waste by the Vikings, has now gradually grown into a great hero of the tribe. He and Toothless used courage and love to break the prejudices and hatred of generations of tribespeople, together opening a brand new future, creating a beautiful world where dragons and humans coexist harmoniously.